Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be creating this app. It's quite a simple app. I created one that's a lot more complicated than this, but what happened is you can't really save to the database using Next unless you use an adapter. So I'm just going to show you how to build out something like this using the adapter. Um, so hopefully you'll find this useful. Definitely, I found it very useful to know these kind of things a long time after I first created my app. I'm going to make this a bit more complicated and put some toast in there, not the type that you eat, obviously, and some forget password and things like that. But anyway, let's see. I'm just going to show you there's no user in the database. Well, the one that I'm going to put in. Um, so it should appear. So let me just do this. Might not work because I deleted the user just beforehand. Sometimes it doesn't like it when you do that. So you can see it's appeared here. And then let's go back in the database and then refresh. And that user should appear. It's taking a bit of time, but it will appear. Actually, all the users seem to have disappeared, but they will come. Yeah, nothing. It's turning up now. Not even the ones that were there before. Very strange. Right, now hopefully they should show up. It did show 4 users there. It's some kind of connection issue. We'll come back to this, but they will appear there. Here it is. So you can see this user wasn't here before, and then there's 2 here. There was 1 here before. If we click into this one, yeah. So now there's 2. So yeah, that's it. This database, it was just taking time to load. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, it's a network issue. It's not anything to do with the app. So I'm going to just log out and we're going to sign in with credentials. I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you use the adapter, you can't actually do credentials as well using Next-Auth. You have to do it in a different way. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Uh, then okay, doesn't seem to be okay. It did register. Let's just close that. So once we put toast in, you can see why it will not register. But anyway, it's got validation and stuff. It's just didn't have time. So you can see I've logged in now using that. We've got some tokens, etc., so to display their name. So that's it. That's what we're going to be creating first. It's going to become more complicated. We're going to add this forget password and things like that as well. And it might become even more complicated. We might add two-factor authentication in the future and things like that. But yeah, we're going to add some toast there as well, just to show. I don't really like using toast. I prefer to have the alert, but I think toast is a little bit easier to use, and it looks okay anyway. I don't like all these bits of things flying around the page, but I think it's a little bit easier to use than the alert. So we'll use that. But yeah, other than that, we'll get started. See you in the video. Okay, so we're going to create the software, the authentication app. But before we do, I'm going to show you what to install. If you know all these things, then just skip ahead. I'm going to take things really slowly and explain it as like people don't know what they're doing. The reason being is because I'm a beginner myself. I only just started last year. Um, well, just over a year ago, probably about 13, 14 months ago, I did started with React and Node, and then I moved on to Next.js, and I've been using that, and it's been quite complicated, but using Next because there's a lot of it is still quite new, so there's not that many solutions. Whereas with the Merge stack, there is quite a lot. But anyway, so I'm going to show you what to install. So you need to install VS Code. So here, so just install this, download it here, it's free. this is all free. Node, yeah, you have to install this, and then git. It's this, download this. It's like it's a bit like it's a command window basically that you'll need the commands for, and what else? You will need to get an account on GitHub so you can push your work up here. I might show you how to do that, but if you create a project, then it tells you which commands to run to upload your software. There's other videos out there on Git, so if you get stuck, you can just have a look at those anyway. But if you need me to do one, then just put in a request down in the messages, and I'll try and do that as well. Yeah, I think if you install those things, that should be okay. And then this is just a blank folder that I normally create my projects in. So if you open, normally you would open Git, so I'll show you where Git is. It's here. So you'd do it in here. You can use the other command window as well. But anyway, this is the Git that I just told you to install. So here we'll just create a next app. So we're going to go npx create next app, and then we're going to call it what should we call it? New auth project. No, it's a bit long. New auth Mongo. Let's do that. New auth Mongo. It's still a bit long, I think. Let's just call it auth Mongo. I think I already called something that. Naming is becoming an issue. I'll just call it auth Mongo. I think I deleted the one that I did earlier. It's just because I've created this a few times, because it wasn't really working properly without the adapter. It's taken me a long time to get to this stage, and I've not found anything else on the internet that's really good. Because other things, there is a lot of resources out there, but not for authentication in Next. I haven't found that much. Mainly it's not to do with saving the database. So I'm going to show you that. It's just taking time installing, that's all. Okay, so this, so you have to run these commands. So cd into Mongo. Oops, should copy it actually. Copy, because if you do Control C, then it don't like it. Paste. Okay, so it's gone into that folder. CD just means go into that directory. D stands for directory. I don't know what the C stands for. And then if we press code dot, then it will open up VS Code once you've installed it. So this is the kind of initial kind of boilerplate that Next gives you. So I'm just going to quickly show you that. So you got this hello folder. We're not going to really use that, so you can just delete that. I'm just going to delete it now. And then you got this app folder. This app folder is just basically where all the components that you make, they will run through this page. So this is like a central app. I believe in React it's the index folder file that is like that, whereas here and the app folder is the other one, I think. But the index, like it is the the app is like the home page. So this is like the home page. So if we go to localhost 3000, we'll see this page. We're going to play around with that in a minute. So what else? This config file is just, you can put your configs in there. You should make a .env.local file. I'll show you what that is later on. So it's just basically a place where you can keep variables that you're going to need throughout your project. Normally that they're a secret. So anyway, that you want to keep them secret. Now this pages folder, so if you put any page in here, it will show up in your app basically. So for example, we'll do that in a minute. So, and this API folder is like, if you've ever used Mern, it's like the backend. There's not really a backend in Next.js because it's serverless, but you can have server type files in there, which basically serve content through a database to your application. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful. Now let's go in here and start doing a few things. So I'm just going to create a home page, delete all this. Oh, let me show you what this looks like first. So this, if you go to localhost 3000, it's just like boilerplate code from Next.js. Something did. Oh, I didn't start the console, sorry. So to start the console, you need to do npm run dev. Right, that's it. So if you do Control Shift and I think it's, what's that? Is it question mark? No, it's apostrophe. Then it will open this terminal on Windows. I don't know what it is on Mac. It's probably something similar, but and then just do npm run dev. It will do this. And this now on here, this link here, you can find this page. Oh, it's here already. It's basically that localhost 3000. So this is all of that. So we're just going to replace all this code now with just boilerplate code. So I've got snippets that I use, and it's NAFCE on that snippet. So I'll provide a link to this. And these components, they should be in capital letters, otherwise it's going to complain, and it probably won't let you carry on actually if you don't put that in a capital. But let's so this file now should be called index. Reload. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's now called index. Doesn't look very nice, but the rest of it is just pointless having it there. So I removed it. So we're going to use Material UI in this. We're going to use Mongoose. We're going to use a few other kind of softwares, which I'll introduce when we're going along. I know someone has requested Mongoose for me to use in the comments. So we'll use that. I'll show you how to use that. But actually, to post to the database, you have to not use Mongoose and use the adapter. But then you can use Mongoose to kind of update the user, etc. So I'll show you how to do that. What else? So yeah, let's just get started. So I'll see you in the next part. Okay, welcome back. So what I'm going to go through today is quickly go through some extensions that you might want to install. So this auto rename tag or auto close tag, I think they both, I don't know if I've got these installed actually, have I? Yeah, I've got these installed, it looks like. Yeah. So yeah, I would install those. Prettier, I would install this. I've got installed and it's quite good. It's not got that many. It's like autocomplete. The ones that I like are these Visual Studio Code. As soon as I installed these, it gives me a lot of kind of boilerplate code. But I'm going to show you how you can generate your own boilerplate code. So this is really kind of useful, and it's something that I do. I used a kind of bit of snippet of boilerplate code in the previous lecture where I kind of talked about NAFCE, which is it generated, which stands for Next Arrow Functional Component, basically, and yeah, it generated a little bit of snippet. So I'll show you that again, but if you go in here, you use the snippets and then press this JavaScript file. Then I've got loads of ones that I've created myself. So at the bottom, you can just come and just put in new code snippets. And I do this for everything really. Bits of code that I know I'm going to use over and over again. So this will help you kind of quickly build out projects really. I find it very useful to use, and I'll be using these, so I'll put this file down below in the description, and also um, in the repo. I'll just put it in the repo. So what we can do, I don't know what, okay. What we can do is open up Next-Auth, and it's got a lot of kind of, so we're going to do now is start building out the project, but can't even find Google. Right, okay. So Next-Auth, because there's got some code there, so we're going to use that to create a snippet actually. I don't have that snippet at the moment, so so you can see how to create a snippet basically. So this is the server-side code, so let's do that. So where you got your API. So if you type in snippet generator here, and then we can copy over this code, copy, paste. So this is the snippet that is created. What we're going to do to trigger this is next, and then what is it? Auth, Next-Auth API. No, let's do it the other way around. Next API auth, I think, is better. Oh, let's call it. Sorry, this one is the name, so this is the description. Next API auth, and here we can generate the trigger. Oops, F11. So this is the code that's going to trigger it. You'll see when I use it. So let's copy it. So you can just copy this snippet here and then paste it in here, and then press save, and then put another comma. Then we'll generate the next code. Something's gone wrong there for some reason. Oh, there wasn't a comma here. Okay. Then the next one. The next one is over here, and then so let's do the client side now. Where is the snippet generator? It's here. So put that in there, and then what is this? This is the client. So we change that to client. And then let's call this n client auth. Then copy this snippet and then put it here. And then the next bit of code that I want to copy is this, which is the API. I don't know if we really need that one, but let's just copy it. There's not really much code there, so that's why I'm saying that we don't really probably need that one. Let's call it next underscore API underscore, it's not API, is it? It's underscore app, I think, sorry. Underscore app auth. Copy that. Okay, so then we can use this to generate code. So I'll show you how to do that. So let's go to the API, sorry, the app file, and here, if we type in n underscore, see it comes up with that code. So we can just delete this code. We don't need it anymore. As long as it's the right code. You know what? Let's keep this bit. I prefer to have my my components like this, but yeah, the rest of it we can get rid of. That should be fine. Session provider. Okay, so this isn't installed, so we just need to install that. And what this bit of code does, so I'll just tell you whilst this is installing, so just go ahead and install that as well. Oh, I know why it's not installing, because, sorry, oops, let's close that. Should, you want to install Next-Auth, not Next-Auth/React. So anyway, so this session provider is here, and this session provider basically provides this session to your whole application. So this component represents the whole application. So what we're doing here is we're importing. So this is what an import looks like. This is an I think this is a non-native import, and then when it's not got the brackets, then it's a native import. So yeah, that's basically it. And then in the in the API section or the backend, you have to create this. You have to create the folders like this exactly, otherwise it doesn't work. So you have to create an auth folder, and then you have to create this strange-looking file with a bracket, then dot next Next-Auth, and then another bracket, and then .js. So this file structure basically means when it's got these brackets, it means that you can target that folder. So like if it was in an ID, then you can send the ID and retrieve that name of the ID. You'll see when we kind of do any examples like that, but yeah, that's what you can do. Yeah, in this folder you have to set it out like this, and it's in the document, the docs, that you have to set it out like this. I don't know if it's here somewhere, but yeah, here it tells you to create this path like this. So you have to create it like that, and then what we're going to do, we're going to put that file in here. So next, what did we call it? API, I think. So it should then find it. So this is all generated from what we saved in the JavaScript file, the snippet file. So what we're doing here, we're importing Next-Auth, we're importing Apple provider. So this is a native import. So the ones with the brackets around it, it's non-native import. So what you want to kind of do is basically, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. We're going to get rid of these, I think, because we're not going to implement these. We're just going to implement a credentials provider and a Google provider. So I think we can delete those ones for now. Sorry, I lost my train of thought before. Just going to save that. And then in the environmental folder, we're going to need these environment variables. So let's just copy them now and put them in here. And then press equals. And then the next one is this one. And just press equals. So we're going to use them later. For now, we can just leave it like that. And then, so where have we got to? So we've done basically 3/4 of it. We just need to do this bit. It's called pages index. So in the index folder, let's put this. I think you can put this in a different file actually, but we can copy and paste it here. So now it should maybe work if we install the Google parts. Let's have a look at this. Session. Okay, it's got session. So let's console log that session if we get it. So yeah, we should be able to get that session. Let's quickly go into we're going Google Developer Console. So we're going to Google Developer Console, and then you come here, and you go to this API and then credentials, and then you create a project. So we'll create a new project. Would you create a new project again? Create credentials. I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. It's this one. So we're going to do a web application. What should we call it? Let's call it Next-Auth. No, I think I've already called a few that. Let's call it Google. Google Mongo Auth. Let's call it that. Bit of a long name, but there you go. And then we're going to use this as local host first. HTTP localhost 3000, and then over here we're going to need /API/ don't know what the structure is, I forget it. I think it's callback then Google. It will give us an error anyway if we don't put the right one in. So let's just put it in how we think it is. I think it's providers. I forget what it is. I think it's callback then Google. Callback. It will give us an error anyway if we put it in incorrectly, and then we can put in the right one. Okay, so we'll need to copy these. I'm going to delete this one after I've done it, so don't worry about taking these down. Hold on, which one's which? The secret is at the bottom, so that's that one, and then that one, we can just put that one in the top. Okay, and then save. I think that should be it. Is there anything else we need? No, I think that's it. And I think next we'll stick it in MongoDB into the database as well. But for now, this might actually work. Let's see. Oh, one thing that won't work actually is you have to go in here and type in Google here to the sign in. Google. Yeah, that should now be okay. My app is not defined. Let's say my app is not defined. How bizarre. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's come back. It's okay now. It's not complaining anymore. Let me just go back in here. Oh, I know why. Right, now it's working fine. That was a bit of a. These two words need to be the same. That's why. Anyway, it's where we go. Localhost 3000. No, didn't like that. Okay, so localhost. I'll just copy it if it doesn't work this time. Okay, sign in. Okay, so there's a mismatch, so I need to copy this. Oh, it had auth. Where is that file again? Developer console. Where's the developer console gone? I think it's here. Okay. Right, let's go back into it. It's that one. Just paste it, save it. Right, now it should work. Well, it might take a couple of minutes. Let's just give it a little while. Whilst we're waiting, let's have a look. So, oh, there's no secret. We need to do that as well. So, go into the back end. There's no secret. So, where is that? There. Right, so you have to go in here and just type in secret, and then for the secret you do write process.env.secret. It doesn't like that for some reason. Why not? Let's have a look. Is it equals? I don't think it's equals. Oh, maybe it's. No, it's not. Right, let's see how this secret thing. I'm just going to copy this into Google. It'll give me the right structure. It needs to be. Okay, so. Okay, maybe it's asking for this. This is definitely something that is missing anyway. Equals localhost 3000, so I think we can copy that from here. Yep. Just copy that from there. Save. Right. Let's just delete this. You might not complain about it if we restart it and it gets rid of it. Let's restart it because we changed the environment variable. So whenever you change the environment variable, don't forget to restart, because it's not going to remember your environment variables, your new ones. So let's have a look if it works. Might not work. Let's have a look. Oh, okay, so it worked. So we've got the session here. Brilliant. Sorry, not the session, we've got the email, but let's have a look at the session. So this is given a session object. Brilliant. So if you go into here, so what it's showing is the email. So it's showing session.user.email. So this session object here has a session, which is the object, and then it's got the user, and then dot email. So this is how this is created. Brilliant. So hopefully that makes sense. Now what we're going to do, we're going to store it in the database. It's still got this no secret thing, so let me just see. I've got a previous one that I created, so I'm just going to go there and see how I put in that secret. GitHub, just to get rid of that annoying warning. Doesn't like my password for some reason. Is this my email address? Oh, there's no dot in it. Okay, right. I forget which one it is now. Is it this one? Yeah, here it is. I think it needs a comma, that's why it wasn't working. Let's see. No, it's not the comma. I don't know what to do. Let's just put it up down here. It might do it there. Doesn't like it there either. Why doesn't it like it? Very strange. Oh, I've got it now. This should be on the outside of this. Right, it should be there. Okay, right, now if I press save, it should work. Let's just get rid of this, then it will make it a little bit easier to see. Yeah, yeah, okay. Right, and then we need to put the secret in this file here, and hopefully that error should go away. So this is how you sort out errors anyway. When you get them, you just do a bit of investigation. See, you can just type in anything here, just whatever you want as your secret. Yeah, so I saw this error a few times. Let's just restart the console because of that change of the environment variable. So hopefully that error should go away now. So what we're going to do now is install this MongoDB adapter. So we just need this adapter from here. You need to install this adapter, and this should then install this stuff in the database. Let's see what the database. Oh, I haven't got a database here yet. So we need to put a database in there as well. Let's do that first. Mongo DB underscore URI, I think it is. URI. Yeah, like that. You want it like that because that's how it is in most of the kind of most people use it, and it's just easier to do it the same because otherwise you get errors and it won't recognize it. So just do it the way that everyone else does it, and then you won't. If you copy their code, etc., you won't get errors. It's just easier. I used to just use DB because it's easier, but I think it's actually easier if you kind of copy other people's code and just use similar to what everyone does. It kind of builds a convention. It's called. Anyway, let's install this, and then we need to do this. Just copy this, and put that in there. So that is what happened there. Didn't like that. Why didn't it install it properly? I'm going to try and install that again. Don't know what happened there. Right, let's see. Oh, have I installed? Oh, I haven't installed Next-Auth. That's weird. Why didn't it install that? Let's see what this error is saying. Oh, it doesn't have this peer Babel core plugin. It's not installed. Okay, so it needs this plugin. That's why it's not working. I've never had that error before, but let's just install that. Let's try and install the adapter from somewhere else, from npm. So these are the docs. Where are they? MongoDB adapter for Next-Auth. Here it is. It's this one. So this is what you need to install. I think, yeah, just if we just install it like this, I think it'll be fine. Okay, and then we need to create this file. So let's do that. And you install it, you put it like this, basically in a lib folder. You don't have to call it. You don't have to do it in the lib folder. It just makes it a little bit easier because it will be the same root basically. You can call that lib folder anything really, and you can call this file anything, but we're just going to make it the same. Mongo DB JS and paste it. So that then that's the client promise which needs to be imported. So where is that? So it's here. So let's do that. Now this needs to be imported from so what this is doing, I'm just going out of this folder, so once, then twice, then 3 times, and then it should be there, which it is, the lib folder, and then MongoDB. So that's it, that's installed. Oops, what's happened now? Where have I gone? Okay, right, so I'm back here. So now this should actually install in the database. Let's give the database. No, I haven't given the database any URI yet. So let's go to MongoDB and set ourselves up in MongoDB. Sign up to MongoDB. MongoDB Atlas. Okay, sign up with Google. Accept cookies. You have to come. So when you get into your account, it should look like this. You need to fill this in. Organization name. Okay, next. So I'm just going to copy this one, and then create organization. Okay, then start a new project. Project name. What is this project again? Right, that should do. Don't know why I called it Google, but anyway. Just copy this again. So you want to click on this, you want to click the free tier, and then create cluster. I think this takes a little while. What's this? Username and password, quick start. Okay, you need to go here and create a user. What happened there? Did that work? Okay, I think I've got a user here now. How would you like to connect cloud environment? Right, just leave it blank for now. Finish and close, continue. Right, hopefully this is working. This takes a little bit of a while, so whilst we're waiting for it, let me just show you a few things. In here you have to put in a kind of catch-all IP address, which it should work here, but you might get, just in case you get errors, you can find it on Stack Overflow. I think it's 0.000 or something like that. I'll try to put it in, but anyway, you'd have to, it might still work actually. Let's try. No, it doesn't work. Oh, allow access from anyway, that's it. So yeah, you have to do that one as well. Otherwise, I don't know if you could have to do it from your local drive, but obviously that's going to be a security issue. Once you know your credentials, just to remove that really. Once you know your IP address of where you're actually going to connect from. Data API, what's this preview? So let's see if that's connected yet. Okay, it's taking a little bit of a while. Don't know why it's taking so long. Okay. Actually, this has taken quite long in the past. Let's have a look at this. So yeah, when you start up your get your connection string, you'll have to put in the this username here that you set up with, and then any password that you put in. And I'll show you if you get to the connection string. So this is the connection string, okay. So this is the connection string, and you need to put in your username in, which is already here. Okay, and then your password, whatever password you put in, you've got to put in it there, and then this is your database name here, so you can change that to whatever you want, and that's it really. And then I think our connection has happened, has it? It's nearly happened anyway. Yeah, it looks like it's nearly happened. Yeah, I think it has happened. Oops, how do I go back to the cluster bit? Oh, yeah, that's it. It's still showing something going around in the circle, so it's still probably doing something, but it looks like it's worked. And yeah, you need to use this connection string to connect to it basically. Just put in your password here. The rest of it is there. You can copy it like this and then paste it in your environment variables here. Here with the Mongo URI. Okay, that's it really, and then you should be able to connect. And then in your here in this, you can close this and then put it in at the beginning. So I'll show you how to do that quickly. So go in here, So if you download MongoDB Compass, so you can just type that into Google, it comes up. Download that, install that. I might show you how to do that actually, just so that you got an idea, and then just paste in the string here. Obviously change the password as well when you need to, and then just press connect, and then you can connect locally, so you don't have to keep on going into the web, and it's a bit quicker, and it looks like you set it up anyway. And what the good thing is that whatever kind of database name you put in the string, if it don't already exist, it will create it. So let me show you the MongoDB Compass that you need to download. Compass download, here it is. Compass, so this is it. Yeah, basically if you download this, that's that thing that I just showed you. That's it, and that's setting up MongoDB. So I've got a connection string that I'm going to just copy from somewhere else. So I'll just do that because it's quicker than getting it from there and setting all that up. It's not opening it for some reason. Save all. Doesn't. Oh, I think I'm in the same folder that I was in. Right, let's go in here and let's go in here and take this one. Okay. Right, Control C. And then here we can just type in a new, the new database name that we created. I forget what it's called. Is it in here? Okay, databases. You don't actually have to put this database name in here. I just did it to show you, but actually, you can, if you just paste it in, if you just put it in here, then it just creates a database for you if it's not there already. Anyway, so the next thing that we're going to do is just store to the database. That means. So now we should be ready to go to localhost and sign in. And then what we can do, is it MIT, why is it MIT project? Thought I created a different name. Did I take the credentials from here? I thought it was here. Okay, I mean it might still work, so let's try it. It doesn't matter if it connects to a different app on Google Cloud. Actually, it doesn't actually matter. Okay, so we're signed in. So the in here we should have a user now. Yeah, so we've got an account. This is it. So that's it. It's successful. Just let me know. Hopefully you can show me something. And I'll see you in the next video. But yeah, we've saved someone to the database here. We've basically installed MongoDB, the adapter. Basically, we've followed everything to the T of the Next-Auth package and the adapter, and that's it really. Next, we're going to basically set up MongoDB with, sorry, not MongoDB. Yeah, we're going to set up. We're going to save a user to the database using credentials, but not using the credentials on Next-Auth, basically. So I'll see you in the next video, in the next lesson. See you soon. I'm just going to explain a few things. So this bracket notation, it means dynamic routes. So for example, if you're going to send an ID of something, so maybe post 1, post 2, post 3, so it will catch each post by their number, and so you can probably display, so here you can display different posts by their number basically, and that will show in the routes, and you can basically get them from this dynamic route. You'll see, we'll go through these as we're going through project, but yeah, I thought I'd explain it to you separately as well. So this is a catch-all route, so when you've got ... it catches it all. So for example, in this Next-Auth, so this is a catch-all route, and it's also a dynamic route, so it's also it can take lots of different kind of values, and it will catch everything because it's got ... this is a catch-all route, sorry. Where was we? And then so with the imports and exports, so I'm just going to show you. So this is a destructured import, as you can see. So what it is that this is actually from this package, but if it was from another file example, for example, and from this package actually, it means that there's lots of like export, const, it's lots of different functions that have been exported from that file, so we'll see that. Whereas this means where it's exported defaultly, so if there's a default export, so we saw that in the front end, I think here. So this is an export default, so it's defaultly exported. So yeah, so that's just a few things that I've explained. So also I need to explain this this component. So I've explained the app component and the backend component. So I'm just going to go through this. So here we're destructuring these from Next-Auth, React. We're destructuring this sign out function, this sign in function, and this use session function. This use well, they're hooks actually. This use session is a hook. So this hook takes a session and it gives back data, and then that data is then turned into a session. It's renamed into a session. So we console log that session. So I think I showed you that. Which let's just see this here. So we're not signed in at the moment, so there might not be anything in the console. Yeah, there's not anything there, but if we sign in, it might appear if our server is running. Yeah, it is. So here we've got the console, so that is that console log, and then here we're to sign in. This sign in button is targeting this Google function. So before you saw that there was a lot of other functions, so we're targeting Google here, and this one here is to sign out. So I don't know if the sign out button is there, and it is. So then we've signed out. This is a function that's given from this package. So we've used that to sign out. So I'm going to explain this more as I'm going through, but I thought I'd give an explanation as we've used these components and files, basically imported and exported files. But yeah, I'm going to talk through it a bit more, but hopefully that's been helpful. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to just do a quick upload to GitHub. So new file, and then let's call this the same as we called it here. So what do we call it? It's my projects folder. Projects, okay. I think we called it this one, Auth Mongo. Yep. So that was 21st of the 1st. I might have called something that, but anyway. When did we like? Yeah. So that's that one. Okay, create repository. So we need to do these commands here. So get in it, and then the next one is GitHub. Are we in the right place? No, I don't think we are. Let me just close that. Okay, and then let's do that. let's change this to Google Auth. Oh, first we have to do git add. Where's git add? Oh, okay, here, git add. Let's do that. Oops. Git add, and then you have to put that dot, which represents that dot basically represents this folder, and then the next one is the commit. So if you press up on your terminal, then it brings up the previous commands that you did. That's a good tip. You probably know that anyway, but anyway, git commit. So we're going to call it Google Auth, and then the next one is git branch main, and then that one. That one. Now that's it. The main three commands that you really need is git add, and then git commit, and then git push. Because now you've set this up, you just, if you push it, it knows where it is basically. And if it doesn't know, just do these again, basically git push and then put this here in. Sometimes it just forgets where you are, I think. The register component, did we make that register component already? I thought we did. Anyway, paste. Okay, right. Yeah, so that's it really. So let me just show you that you don't need it actually. So git add and git commit push git commit auth, and then git push. I think just git push will work, but if it doesn't, we can do the origin one. Yeah. Okay, so they're the three commands. Now there's lots of git commands. You don't really need to know all of them. All you need to really do is push it up to the register. But if you're working in a team, etc., there's other kind of commands that you might use. I think uncommit is a good one. So if you kind of committed a file and you want to uncommit it, then that's probably another one. And git branch, they're the only other commands that I really use. And that's it really. Just a quick walkthrough on Git.